Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Let me do the speech way. So, good afternoon to the FD, Lady Rosie John. Good afternoon to the principal, Mr. Bunslap. Good afternoon to the head of academics, Mr. Frank. And good afternoon to our parents. Good afternoon to guardians that are here. And good afternoon to you all, the most important people in the room. Please put your hands together. Put your hands together for yourself. Greenoak International Students. So it's a great honor to join you in this year's speech and prize giving day. And the theme is a very important one. The theme for today's speech and prize giving day is excellence through effort. And it's very important because it's a lesson you don't only need to learn as you move from one grade to another, but a lesson you need to carry with you throughout your life. We admire success, right? Today, how many of you want to be first in your class? Put your hands up. Fantastic. Everybody wants to be successful. And most times we focus on the people that have succeeded. We don't really talk about how they succeeded. So that's why it's very important. You can put your hands down now. Thank you. That's why it's very important for us to have this so that we learn how success is made through effort. When you hear the word excellence, what do you think about? You think about the smartest in class, the person always coming first, or the person that is always having the trophies in sports or in music, the person that is always having that certificate of excellence. However, true excellence is not only about perfection or talent. True excellence is about becoming the best version of yourself. And that's the theme of today's speech, how you can continually improve every day and become the best version of yourself, so that even when you leave Greenoak, you're still going to remain excellent. Yes, it's true. Many people are born with special abilities and talents. But if they do nothing about those talents, if they do not hone those talents, if they do not develop those talents, they will not become excellent at those talents. So I'll be sharing with you stories about some very excellent people in the world, some exceptional people in the world. And I want to ask you, have you heard about Serena Williams? Anybody? You know, pupils? Fantastic. She's excellent, right? Okay. So who has heard about Ben Carson? Okay. He's also excellent, right? So they were all children like you, just like I was a child too. Okay, so I'll start with Ben Carson's story. Ben Carson was a little boy who struggled with his academics. He was not the best in class. From his story, if you read the book, Think Big, he talked about how he struggled with his academics. But his mother knew that education was going to pave ways for him. So his mother made him study more. His mother told him, read more books, learn more, expand your thinking, you know. And he started going to the library. He started developing good study habits. And with that, he was consistent in his learning. He was consistent in the effort he kept on putting into hard work. He persevered and improved on his academic performance. And he eventually became one of the best neurosurgeons in the world. That is why you heard about him, because of his consistent effort to do well in his academics. So, for Serena Williams, what do you know her for? What does she do? What's she excellent at? Tennis. Thank you. Fantastic. In fact, when you hear about Serena Williams, you think that when she was born, she came out with a tennis racket from her mother's womb. Is that correct? But when you look deeply into Serena Williams, you see that Serena Williams played tennis at 3 years old. And even she started early, she kept on practicing. Before any game, she practices. So long before the championship, the trophies, the global recognition, there were years of disciplined practice and continuous improvement. Serena's excellence was not achieved overnight. She didn't just wake up and become the best. She put in the work. It was built one practice session, one lesson, and one improvement at a time. So this brings me to the story Chinese bamboo tree. Have you heard that story before? Okay, so I'm going to tell you. When a bamboo seed is planted, it must be watered every day, right? People that have done some agriculture, you know that water is very important for your plant to grow, right? So you must water your plant every. If you're watering your plants, I ask you pupils, and it doesn't grow, how will you feel? Will you keep on watering it? If it's not growing, water for years, it did not grow, will you continue? Okay. So that's why the Chinese bamboo farmer is different. For years, they kept on watering this plant, this seed. It never sprouted. It did not grow. It was just like that. But although this can be discouraging, the bamboo farmer continues to water and nurture this plant every day. After years of unseen growth beneath the surface, the bamboo suddenly sprouts and shoots up. Within weeks, you see dramatic growth. It just keeps growing. It keeps growing. And you'll be wondering, was that when the plant started growing? Just those weeks, it just started growing. Is that when it started? I don't think so. It has been growing all along, developing roots that is going to support the tree that the bamboo will eventually become. So, because of the kind of structure it will carry, it had to grow, have a good foundation for the tree. Dear pupils, your efforts are like those roots. Every day you study, you're putting the structure together that will carry your future success. Your success now and your future success. Sometimes you may study hard and immediately you see the result, you're sad because this is not what you wanted. Sometimes you may practice a skill, your violin or keyboard, and you're just not getting it. You're always making mistakes. So, like the Chinese bamboo tree, we were not seeing anything, but it was progressing. Do not be discouraged. Every lesson you learn, every book you read, every skill you practice, every challenge you overcome is helping you develop roots that will support your future success. See, it is perfectly normal to feel disappointed when you see that result and it's not what you wished for. Maybe you were hoping for 100% and you did see 100%. Honestly, I want to even applaud all of you. Please put your hands together for yourself again. Because my days, I don't know if I ever got 100%, but you all are getting 100%, 90%. Put your hands together for yourself. So even when you do not see the result you desire, it's okay for you to be disappointed. But what do you do with the disappointment? Is it okay for you to dwell on the disappointment? If you dwell on the disappointment, does it change your result next time? No. I had my own disappointments. As they read my profile, you'd have been like, oh, yeah. I was a child like you. I had several times that I had to do something more than once. Try again and try again. In fact, I'll talk about the loop that was talked about, the one that BBC carried. Okay, so when we were building it, it's just an experimental, just see it as an equipment that you have in your lab. When we were building it, it never worked. There were several times we go back and change a few things. It never worked. But subsequently it started working, only because there was persistent effort and I did not give up. Excellence is not achieved by dwelling on disappointment. You dwell on disappointment, it doesn't change the fact, it does not make you excel. It is achieved by focusing on continuous improvement. So when you see your script, you should ask yourself, how can I improve on this result? So that is why it's important for you all as children to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset sees a result and says, okay, I'm not there yet. I didn't get 100% yet. What did I do? What can I do differently? You look through the script. You see where there was a red mark that removed 0.2 marks. Why did they remove that mark? I had a spelling error. Okay, I need to learn how to spell better next time. Okay, so that is how a growth mindset works. You don't look at it and say, oh, I can never be better than this. That's a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset will tell you, look, this is where you are, you're not good enough. You can never excel, and that's not what we want Greenoak students to have. So instead of you saying, I'm not smart enough, from now henceforth, you should be telling yourself, I haven't mastered it yet. let me learn from my mistakes so that I can do better. So going forward, when you look through your examination scripts that does not reflect what you want, ask yourself what happened, where did I make a mistake, or did I sleep well, or just try to get a feedback from what you can see in your examination script and look for ways to improve on it. Excellence is not about never making mistakes. It's about learning from the mistakes you made, because once in a while we make mistakes, but learn from it and move on. To those receiving prizes today, I say congratulations. I want you to celebrate your achievements with gratitude and humility. And let today's recognition inspire you to grow and to keep learning and to keep striving for greater excellence. So don't stop here, keep moving. To those who may not be receiving any prize today, I want you to remember this. Your journey is far from over. You can tell yourself today, next year I will receive a prize. And you can start working towards it by your daily persistent effort towards that goal. The greatest success often belongs to those who continue to learn, practice, persevere, and improve, even when no one is applauding them. Excellence is not something you wish for. It is something you work for. So do not be discouraged if you haven't reached there yet. Just see it as you are developing your roots like the bamboo tree. So keep developing your roots, and one day you're going to sprout up, and in time, the effort you invest today will become the success that many people will admire tomorrow. Congratulations again, and God bless us all.
I would truly appreciate your willingness to share your time and wisdom with us. At this point in time, I want to invite our administrator, Ms. Elena, to present our guest speaker with a token of appreciation. Please clap as she comes on stage.